XRP holders, welcome back to the channel. Let's get into the action today, and we are back. All right, so let's talk about that. We're going to look into some numbers. I want to share with you guys my insight, and I think a lot of people right now are asking themselves three questions. Is this a bull run? Where will XRP go to, and do I have enough XRP, and are we buckled up? All right, so maybe 4 questions. I'm sure there's a lot more, but I want to share with you guys my viewpoints as we get into the charts. We are going to do that, but if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. Even after waking up today, another all-time high for Bitcoin. Hit 123,000 on the overnight, and what a green candle that we wake up to. I am going to show you guys the XRP chart real quickly on BTCC as we follow along. And I thank you guys also, once again, for joining us and deciding to come here for your crypto news and information. So we'll keep this video short and sweet as we look into the trading view aspect of BTCC. And an outstanding green candle is now XRP is looking to eclipse $3, okay? And so this is what we've been talking about, okay? And I love it because of a couple reasons. Getting to do this here on YouTube, having a platform, it does a lot in terms of just gauging the social sentiment, okay? XRP Army, you have been the most loyal community out there in the crypto world. Views were down. It's a summer. No one's watching. And I don't want you guys to be honest, right? It's a summer months. Go out there, have fun with family, friends, golf, go to the beach, do anything, fish, do some fun stuff. But it's also something where you don't want to be late to the party, okay? The crypto explosion that we're witnessing right now, they're not going to wait for anybody, okay? So it's kind of where we're at. It's something where I think a lot of people now coming back to crypto. I just checked some of my analytics here on YouTube. The views are surging. People are looking at stuff that I made a long time ago, and I'm just like, well, where were you guys? This is when we were grinding. This is when we were building it out, doing the work and putting the work in, and that's how it's done, okay? And this is how it pays off, is when we were accumulating XRP at $2 and talking about that. Guys, anytime XRP is close to $2, that's way too cheap. It's not financial advice. I never tell you guys to buy or sell crypto, as always, but I'll tell you guys what I'm doing. And this is kind of not a I told you so video, but this is just a, hey, we still have time to prepare video, okay? Because there's a lot of influence right now going around, a lot of people talking about XRP, and dating back to November of 2024, shout out to anybody who predated that date even before the XRP got out of that suppression from the courthouse. You know, we're on a pretty substantial move. This is 6x from here, from there. And I think that, you know, if you do believe some of the analysts out there in the market, this is just the beginning. So let's talk about it. Also, if you guys aren't trading on BTCC, I do want to tell you to check out the links that we do have down below. I will share with you guys kind of my promotional page here as we get into it. And this is something where if you are a leverage trader, okay, I do want to share with you what they're all about, because I think personally this is one of the hottest promotions in all of crypto. 10% bonus on your first time deposit. And if you are a leverage trader, you will get 40% lower trading fees. Make sure it's right for you where you're located. But if you want to start trading on BTCC, that link is down below. It's a great platform, a great interface. Also, no VPN KYC needed. So if you do want to kind of check it out, enjoy that sign up promotion, because I think, like I said, one of the hottest in the game right now standing. Okay. But I want to get into this. This is something where we are having some XRP related headlines before I talk about kind of where we're headed within the XRP price. I want to share with you guys kind of what's happening on a scale from a numbers perspective. But this is where we look into one of the outliers of the day as Upbit. Okay, so South Korea, it is an exchange, a leading exchange platform there. This is where they have dwarfed everyone, okay? 45 million XRP in the form of a net buy pressure that we have seen overnight. That's 70% of it, okay? That's something where 70% of that buy pressure coming from Upbit. Very, very fascinating to look at, okay? Altcoins, that's something where you look into 90% of the trading volume on local exchanges, in contrast to what we're seeing here in the United States-based platforms, where it's more Bitcoin for that matter, okay? But that's something where we look into where we're at in the form of altcoin season, still very much shifted towards Bitcoin at 32. We're rivaling that extreme greed at 70, and that's kind of been the storyline as Bitcoin continues its surge, and XRP, number 2 trending right now on CoinMarketCap. So outstanding, outstanding, outstanding. And this is kind of what I wanted to share with you guys as we zoom into this article. I thought this was fascinating, okay, because a lot of the FUD surrounding XRP was involved with the Ripple escrow, and comparing that to the oil tactics that we do see in a cyclical nature, okay? This is something where we look into XRP's fixed supply, all right? This is something where you look, that's unlike a lot of fiat and inflationary tokens. It's a hard cap of 100 billion, okay? So similar to oil, unless you find and strike oil, there's only so much of it to go around, okay? But as the price of oil, as the price of XRP goes up, investor confidence goes up. Now, if you do kind of hold, you sit on a surplus, that's something where it does reduce the supply for ODL deals for new entrants, and that does drive the price upwards in the form of a scarcity feedback loop, okay? But that's something that's going to be very different according to Van Code within the price of XRP. And we're not even talking about the ETFs, but if we do want to kind of emphasize that, XRP viewed as a tool for institutions to generate value similar to how BlackRock is using Bitcoin in ETFs to earn management fees, not just on price speculation purely. That's something where XRP offers something a little bit differently because of that transactional advantage, okay? So it's more so about we need crypto to be moving, or we need payments to be moving, I should say, not so much just we need crypto to be going up, held in storage, okay? This is kind of what I want to tie it into. The XRP escrow will never let it all out into the wild. That's coming out from Kimes, as we look into Brad Kimes, founder of Digital Perspectives, and likening the XRP's escrow system to the oil price controls in terms of supply and demand. That's how the price of oil is controlled, and I think it kind of does give a different perspective on how we look at those escrows, right? It's not just Ripple dumping XRP on their holders. It's something where it underscores the timed releases and intends to stabilize the global supply, very similar to how OPEC regulates oil output to prevent market collapses. So I thought that was very interesting, okay? So that's kind of some of the XRP headlines of the day. As always, guys, the biggest thing we have going for us right now is in the form, in my opinion, what's going to happen with the ETFs? Me personally, I think it's coming down the pipe. What we want to see, if we do get some of that, the banking license, if we do get some of that transactional clearance and the go-ahead, the green light, and we do start not integrating with SWIFT, but if we replace some of those transactional numbers, right? And that's what we want. We want that volume. If that does take place, all bets are off with XRP, and that's just my personal opinion. So I do want to dive into this chart. We'll talk XRP real quickly. As we could see, guys, $175 billion market cap, almost 176. But what is happening? Okay, this is a 4-month high as we look into the last month of XRP, and you can kind of see this increase here on CoinMarketCap. And as we look into the rise that we got back from July 11th, this is something where we saw a lot of network addresses coming into the fold. Also, as we look into a comment from Peter Brandt, okay, XRP is congesting its USD monthly and weekly charts. What he's alluding to is, and I quote, he says, possibly blast off, okay, in a recent tweet. Now, that's something after April's breakout. We did have a very similar chart pattern where XRP reached $4.40, and that's something where you look into this and the implications, can XRP hit $4.40? We did not hit 440, but that's kind of where, based off that historical data, if you do compile that and you compare it to what we have going on right now in the charts, according to Peter Brandt, looking for XRP and his price prediction for $4.40. Now, that's not the gospel. I don't have a crypto crystal ball, if you will. I can't tell you guys where crypto is headed tomorrow, but I can tell you we have had a significant amount of green streaks and the market's pumping. So every day Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high, it seems like. This is where if we do get a confirmed move above that $3 threshold, that plateau for XRP, that psychological barrier, we could end up kind of resulting in a very substantial bullish leg. Okay, that's kind of where you look for a crossover from that 50 and 200-day moving average. I think that's something where we look into some of the chart patterns, the technicals surrounding XRP. If we do get a fraction of that transactional SWIFT volume coming our way within the form of what Ripple's looking to do, there's a lot of things happening, and I don't think it's something where this will be some form of profit taking for XRP holders. Significant amount of addresses that we look into having made some significant gains. I don't think this will be kind of short-lived. It's funny that this is all happening in July. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Historically, throughout cycles and patterns that we have seen, July has been sluggish. It's been a dull month, and now conversely, it's probably the hottest month, if not the hottest, in 2025. And as we look into this even deeper, we're just waiting it, because I think that this is the summer months. Historically, it's been a lull pattern. But as we get into, say, the fall, November, December, January, that's kind of when crypto has always most notably done well. So I did want to highlight some of those key pieces, right? I think the upbit move is a significant kind of data point. Looking for $70 million transferred. That's something very big, as well as we saw that transfer to Coinbase, if we are going to follow all those whale alerts. But the timing, this is something where we look for 5 straight days of bullish momentum for XRP into the green. I think the reason why, the exact reason, remains kind of uncertain. XRP trading alongside Bitcoin, don't get that too often in the form of substantial organic growth. I personally would like XRP to kind of go its own way and kind of outperform Bitcoin on its own without having to piggyback off of it. But it's going to be kind of what we see moving forward. And I'm going to be continuing to monitor the charts. Right now, we're just holding in the profit zone. But is this where we're going to see some profit taking by people, or are we going to see some fund reshuffling into other assets? Time will tell. Okay, but right now, let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy these green days. And it's crypto, so let's ride it out. That's something where, as we use our logic, if you were around in 2021, as we moved into 2022, I'm not going to make the same mistakes twice. I understand that crypto can't go up forever. I'd love it if it did, but I wish back in 2022, my only regret is that I did take more profits, and that's kind of where I'm at today. So I wanted to share with you guys that. As always, remember, not financial advice. Please keep that in mind. And also, if you do want to start trading on BTCC, start trading on that exchange, spot and leverage traders. All right, so enjoy those low trading fees, as well as the sign-up bonus for your first-time deposit if you do want to start trading on that exchange. I'll leave you guys with that. So please leave me a comment. What do you think is going on right now? Where do you see XRP headed? I'll be interested to kind of talk with you guys down below in the comments. And I thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.